so, I stepped away just for a little bit. So, don't worry. I'm back. I'm just, needed to kind of calm my nerves so I could tackle this much more. Much better. Anyway, yeah, I just kind of took like a little bit of an hour break, and let's go. Date unknown, time unknown, location unknown. Who could that be at this time of night? Yes, Edgeworth speaking.
Edgy, get up! It's an emergency!
Huh? Larry, do you know what time it is? Wait, you didn't call the police, you called Larry? Or, I mean, you called Edge?
It's not Larry, it's Larice. Larice Dunham!
This is nothing more than a terrible nightmare. I'll just roll over and...
Wait, don't hang up! It's an emergency! It's Nick! Hey! He took a really nasty spill!
Well, it wouldn't be the first time, so...
I'm not joking! His life is in danger!
What? What happened? Tell me!
Talk about a guy with bad luck. He may already be dead! Anyway, you gotta come back! You're the only one that can help! My Iris, my beautiful Iris, she needs help!
Alright, I don't know what's going on, but I'll be there as soon as I can.
I'm at the detention center. Please, hurry!
He's at the... Wait a minute, am I playing an Edgeworth's perspective? Ooh, please let that be the case! It's been 1 year since I left that country. I thought I wouldn't have to see him again for a while. Sounds like it won't be a pretty reunion. As if I expected anything to change. Oh, by the way, I did change up how I'm going to be voicing Edgeworth for a little bit. Less snobby, and a little bit more serious while I'm speaking. That way, it's a much more fitting voice for him. At least in my opinion. Am I seriously in his perspective?
You're late, Edgy. What took you so long?
I don't want to hear it. I chartered a private jet to come as quickly as I could.
Well, you should have chartered a faster one. Anyway, just listen. Something happened to Miss Elise, and Nick is, Maya, and Iris' bikini. Huh? Say something, Edgy!
Before I came here, I stopped by the hospital and paid Wright a visit. I believe I have a better understanding of the situation than you at this point. Wait.
Oh my god! I am in his perspective!
Receive from Wright. He wasn't serious when he gave this to me, was he?
What? No fucking way! I'm in his perspective! Ah! Sorry. Oh, this is great! Sorry. Oh, I'm getting hyped. Okay. Give me a second.
Receive from Wright. Something about reading people's hearts. What utter nonsense. Okay. Oh. Okay, calm down, Silva. This is great. Okay. The murder victim was the picture book author, Miss Elise Dunham. She was found by Wright and the head nun. The suspect is the temple's younger nun. Then later, while Wright was crossing the bridge, it broke and he fell into the river. The hospital says that he'll need at least 2 days of bed rest.
Yes! That's right, you got it! But they arrested her! My sweet little Iris!
And here I was, convinced he was the one the police had arrested. That's what I swear, he said he was at the detention center. I legitimately thought that he got arrested. However, I still don't understand what these 2 items are for.
What are you talking about?
They're things Wright gave to me when I was leaving his room. This is the first. He said some nonsense about being able to see into people's hearts with this. And the other... He couldn't possibly be asking what I think he is, could he? Defense?
I'm begging you, Iris' trial starts tomorrow.
With Nick out of the picture,
You're all I've got. You're the only one that can represent her!
What did you just say?
You know, represent, defend, what were you expecting?
You do realize I'm a prosecutor, right?
Why think I called you anyway?
I'm a prosecutor, Larry. A prosecutor. Do you understand what I'm saying? A prosecutor is a lawyer who...
Don't talk to me like a kid! I graduated from junior high, you know! Don't worry about it. I promise I won't tell.
But I
heard a paper badge had no problem fooling an entire court before.
That might be the smartest fucking thing you've ever said, Larry. How could this country's judicial system have fallen into such decay?
Please, Edgy! At least listen to her. Listen to Iris' side of the story.
So Wright wasn't joking when he gave me this badge after all. I'm in Edgeworth's perspective.
Thank you for coming. My name is Iris.
Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. I don't know if I can be of any help, but I will at least hear what you have to say about the murder.
Mr. Wright. How is he? Mr. Loris said that he might even die.
Fortunately, he will be fine.
Larry, you moron! How could you say something like that?
He was badly bruised when he hit the water, but otherwise he is unharmed.
Thank goodness.
But he's caught some kind of nasty cold.
A cold?
He's running a high fever and is drifting in and out of consciousness. I must be imagining things. This woman. I feel like I've met her before. Yeah, you probably have. This is amazing. I am playing... Oh my god, this is amazing. But where's Maya and Mia? I'm sorry, where's Maya and Pearl? I know where the fuck Mia is. I know I've seen her somewhere before. I'm sorry, I am losing my mind. This is amazing. I am in... Oh... The god is glaring at me. If someone glares at you, it's only polite to return the favor, is what I was taught.
Are you all right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh! Excuse me. Gonna say smile for the camera? The camera is glaring at me. If something glares at you, it's only polite to return the favor, is what I was taught.
Is something bothering you?
Oh, excuse me. I have to stare at it. You don't understand, ma'am. It's necessary that I do what I do. Pardon me, Iris. I would like to ask you something if you don't mind. I have the distinct feeling you and I have met before.
It must be your imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. After all, I hardly ever leave Hazakura Village Temple.
Hazakura Temple? What's that?
It's a place where those who wish to boost their spiritual power come to train. You need to undergo some very difficult training to release your inner spiritual power.
Spiritual power? Did you go to that temple for that reason as well?
No, I don't have any spiritual powers. I don't need them.
In that case, what are you doing at that temple then?
I've committed some sins. Sins that I need to pay for. That's why I'm there and why I continue to train. To purify my soul.
Sure. I want to ask you about last night. The night of the crime.
All right. I helped to clean up after dinner and then went back to my room at about 8 o'clock. Later, I left my room to ring the lights out bell at 10 o'clock.
Bell?
We ring it at the same time each night.
I see. And then?
I was told to go to the training hall, but I went back to my room and stayed there.
Why didn't you go to the training hall like you were asked to?
I was frightened,
Frightened?
so I just stayed in my room and meditated. Until the murder happened.
There's more to her story. I just know there is. Maybe I should dig a little deeper. Yeah. You were asked to go to the training hall on the night of the murder.
Yes,
However, you didn't go. Because you say you were frightened. What exactly were you so frightened of? Oh, his first experience with the Cyclops. What? What in the world?
is there something wrong?
I'm sorry, it's nothing. It looks like she's not aware of them herself. These must be what Wright was talking about. The Psycho Locks! I believe he said that I need to present this Magatama item to do something.
Ah.
So do you have any idea as to what really occurred that last night?
I think it was the result of the tremendous spiritual power that was unleashed.
The spiritual power?
Yes, spiritual training has been a cause behind many great tragedies. This incident was just another example.
Iris, I'm sorry, but I can't accept that. I'm a man of science. I don't believe in spiritual power.
Yes, I understand. Most people don't.
And I am certain that the thing that killed the victim was a human. So please answer me this simple question. Were you the one who killed Elise Dunham?
No. I'm not the one who took her life.
Those psycholock things aren't appearing. I suppose that means I can believe that she's not lying.
What's wrong?
I can't believe what I'm thinking. And here I just finished saying that I don't believe in spiritual power. It appears that's about all that you can tell me.
Thank you very much for listening to my story.
I visited Wright at the hospital before coming here. He asked me to take care of you.
Me?
Yes, at the trial tomorrow, he asked me to defend you. Why?
If Mr. Wright has that much faith in you, Mr. Edgeworth, then I will gladly entrust my fate to your capable hands.
But before that, I have one question.
Yes?
Do you know Wright?
Why would you ask that?
Whenever you came up in our conversation, he would begin to act a little strange.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is Mr. Wright to you?
He's a very dear and indispensable friend. Good on you.
It was 5 years ago. That's when I deceived him.
What? You deceived him?
I heard that he was in a lot of pain afterwards because of what happened. I know what a weak person I am. That's why I thought it was best if he never saw me again. I wanted him to just forget about me without learning the truth.
Well, if you ask me, Wright is still suffering. And until he learns the truth, I don't think he will ever be able to truly recover. Iris, it's not too late. You should go to him. Tell him the truth. I'll defend you, but only if you agree to that one condition.
All right, Mr. Edgeworth. I promise.
Very well. I'll do everything in my power to get you an acquittal. This is weird. That's enough information gathering for now. I should head to the crime scene. Is it, though?
Interesting.
Also, do my ears deceive me? Is that new music? Frightened. I guarantee I probably don't have enough information yet to try this yet. But,
Oh, is that an attorney's badge?
yes, this belongs to Wright.
Really?
I'm actually a prosecutor.
Oh, then why do you have a defense attorney's badge pinned on your lapel?
Well, you see, I borrowed it. You're not wrong.
Mr. Wright, how bad is his cold?
Well, his fever is very high. As a result, he's rather confused. He's worried about Maya, who is still trapped in the inner temple. Fuck. And he's quite worried about you as well, it seems.
Really?
Yes. Naturally, once he recovers, I'll pass the baton back to him.
No, don't. I'm sure that Mr. Wright wouldn't want that. He wouldn't want to defend me.
The question is whether she is being legit or not. Is this going to be another case where I'm actually defending a guilty person? Because at this point, the only other suspect would probably be either the victim, maybe accidental death, or Bikini. But
Oh, that's Mr. Larice.
I'm sorry, who did you say it was?
Larice Denham. He is Mystic Elise's apprentice, I think.
Alright, who exactly is this guy?
He's a very sincere, hardworking person. Did I say something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth?
Excuse me, I was temporarily at a loss for words. Taking a trip, come home, be thrust suddenly into a bizarro world. Okay, alright.
That's Mystic Elise Denham. She's a picture book author, or so I've heard.
Does she come to Hazakura Temple often?
No, this was her first time. It's just that... She was a very important visitor.
Is that so?
Yes, Sister Bikini told me. Be certain not to offend her.
The victim, Miss Elise Dunham. The prosecutor's office still doesn't have much information about her, it seems. Interesting.
You want to know about me? There's not much to tell, I'm afraid.
Just let me get one thing straight. You were raised at Hazakura Temple, correct? And yet somehow you seem to know Wright. So you two must have crossed paths somewhere.
No, Mr. Edgeworth. Whomever it was, it couldn't have been me.
What is that supposed to mean? Did she really... Again, this is adding on to like the idea of her throwing away her identity to kind of escape what her past life did this time. It's weird. I should be giving her the benefit of the doubt. Part of me should. But I can't trust her with her track record. Let's just look around for a little bit. Alright, locked up, Dusky Bridge. It sure is cold, alright. So this is it. Dusky Bridge.
Whoa, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth. Hey!
Detective Gumshoe.
Long time no see. Thought it's been about a year, or has it been longer?
doesn't matter, Detective. What does matter is why you're shuffling around up here.
Oh, ouch! And then there's that sharp left jab. Well, I'm happy to see you anyway, Mr. Edgeworth.
Let me guess, you were transferred by HR to the local precinct? A wise decision. The vast amount of nothing up here should be quite easy to guard.
Oh, I heard you were back in the country and arranged to come all the way out here. Everybody was real nice. They even let me take charge of the investigation, sir.
Gumshoe indeed. Like gum on your shoe, he's impossible to get rid of. Ha! I wouldn't get rid of him anyway.
I'm supposed to report on the details of the crime scene, sir. Anyway, here I am. Detective Dip Gumshoe, reporting for duty.
Great. Thank you, Detective.
I thought Prosecutor Godot was gonna get here before me. That guy's a real mystery, I tell you.
Prosecutor Godot.
I'm sorry, I'm so happy.
This feels so good. So, this is the bridge Wright tried to cross.
Pretty reckless, if you ask me.
I'm amazed he survived the fall from up here.
Yeah, he's one lucky guy, sir. Now, I see how he manages to win his cases in court. Blind luck.
I think dumb luck suits Wright just a bit better.
There's a little shack down that way called Heavenly Hall.
A shack?
Well, it's like a rundown doghouse for losers that can't bear the freezing drafts of wind. Kinda reminds me of my apartment, sir.
That's oddly that is actually kind of depressing. The name Heavenly Hall makes it sound like a palace.
Giving a hovel a great name is a crime itself. I'd call it false advertising. By the way, the name of my apartment complex is Compton Castles.
That's not such a great name, if you ask me.
Well, it's not such a great apartment either, sir. At least I'm being honest with the name of my place.
You know, fair enough, Detective, fair enough. Oh, this is going to be a delightful... Some letters are wildly engraved into a roughly cut boulder. Dusky Bridge. It certainly is an appropriate name.
You need to get some glasses, Mr. Edgeworth. That sign says Dusty Bridge. Now, I can see how you read it wrong, though, sir.
You're the one who needs glasses, Detective. Try reading it one more time.
Oh, you're right. It's Dusky Bridge, after all. God damn, I'm starting to sound like Maya. I guess whoever wrote this made a mistake.
Alright, let's look at the phone.
Hey, it's a public phone. You don't see a lot of these anymore.
That's true.
Well, since we got one here, why don't we take a photo as a memento?
Well, sure, why not?
Oh, darn it. Don't have a camera with me. I'm gonna go buy a disposable camera. I'll be right back, sir.
What's so special about public phones, and why is he so fascinated by them? Wait, get your ass back over here. You're not gonna buy one. We gotta talk, my boy.
What's that thing doing on your lapel, Mr. Edgeworth?
Is it really that odd?
Well, you bet it is, sir. A prosecutor wearing a defense attorney's badge? That's like a detective with a license to kill.
Does this little thing hold that ominous of a meeting? Probably? Have you ever seen this thing before?
Oh, hey, thanks a lot. I was getting kind of hungry.
But what are you doing, Detective?
Oh, damn it, I thought it was some kind of candy that would fill me up, sir. Lately, I've been feeling so hungry all the time.
Maybe his salary has been cut just a little too much. Yes! Put in a good word for him, goddamn.
Look, I'm just your everyday simple detective. Don't ask me such tough questions, okay?
That's not something to be proud of, Detective. He knows much about the map? Okay, about the map. There we go.
There's a lot we don't know about this victim. We don't know her real name, her background. We don't know anything, really.
That's rather odd. If she was trying to hide her identity, why would she become an author?
Well, I'll bet it was just one of those things, you know? She probably never expected to get so popular.
Actually, you know something that she kind of reminds me of? She almost reminds me... no, maybe it's not. It can't be her. Like, Pearl... Oh, wait a minute. What if this is Pearl's mother? Oh. That might explain why she was okay with going with Pearl, but not Maya. Bit of an interesting theory. I'm probably wrong, though.
Whenever something happens, this guy always shows up like he hasn't got a care. In fact, you know what? Every time he shows up, I always wonder the same thing. Maybe somehow he's actually the cause of all these incidents.
I wonder if Gumshoe has realized it yet. But you could say the exact same thing about him. I mean... Your face is more drawn out than the last time I saw you over a year ago.
But really? I thought so.
No, wait. That's not so much drawn out as weary and tired, or maybe just plain old... thin.
I thought that too, sir. My salary's been kinda on the low end. So yeah, my food options have been kinda non-existent. Off-brand chicken soup, off-brand spaghetti, off-brand bread, that sort of stuff.
I thought you were really into instant noodles last year.
Well, I got really sick of the stuff after a while, sir.
Fair enough, fair enough.
He's supposed to be Miss Elise Dunham's apprentice or something.
I see.
Yeah, he drew a nice portrait of me.
That's nice.
But he made me pay him 50 cents for it.
I'm sorry about that.
You don't seem very interested in him, Mr. Edgeworth.
I really don't want to talk about him, that's why. Yeah.
There's a lot we don't know about this victim. We don't know her real name, her background. We don't know anything really.
That's rather odd. If she was trying to hide her identity, why would she become an author?
I bet it's just one of those things, you know? She probably never expected to get so popular.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I've seen this girl somewhere before. She wasn't from a prior case, was she?
Nope, can't be. We did a database search with her fingerprints and came up with nothing.
What? I see. I just can't shake this nagging feeling.
Well, everyone knows that you're quite popular with the ladies, sir. Maybe she's an old girlfriend that you sent to Dumpsville when you were younger.
Detective! Where did you hear such nonsense from?
Oh, I didn't hear from anyone. It's just sort of how I imagine you to be, sir.
Do I really inspire this sort of frothing desire from the female masses? Comments? Would you be so kind as to answer Edgeworth about that? Ladies? Men? I just got back into the country, so I don't really know much about the case.
Oh, it's simple.
Well, simple is as simple does, as they say.
Oh, you've got no idea how much I'd miss that biting sarcasm of yours, sir. But seriously, this one's a piece of cake. There's a witness that saw the whole thing.
A witness?
Yeah, that bikini lady.
But bikini lady? Here, on this freezing cold mountain?
Well, you should talk to her yourself if you want the details, sir.
I may have to talk to this bikini lady. I mean, decisive witness myself.
Right.
So, this is the bridge that Wright fell through?
Yep. I can't imagine being that reckless myself. Look before you cross. Is how it goes, right? Or was that a leap?
And is there something on the other side?
Yeah, some old building they call the Inner Temple. But we can't get over there without a bridge, sir.
What?
Nobody lives there, so it's usually not a problem. But someone was at the inner temple doing some training, and now they're stuck there.
Yes, I heard that from Wright. It's Maya Fey.
Oh no, her again. Anyway, the air is really turbulent right now, so we can't do an aerial extraction.
I was about to make that suggestion, but... Okay. Somebody would have... Well, I mean, the rope's still intact, but if it was burnt, there's a high chance that it won't hold very long.
No one's gonna be able to reach the inner temple until tomorrow, sir.
Will she be alright in this cold? So, how'd this bridge burn down anyway?
We're almost 100% sure it was lightning.
Lightning. Lightning? So, who's this Prosecutor Godot? I've never heard of him.
Oh yeah, he's a new guy. Showed up after you left the country. He's a complete rookie, but nobody can say a bad word about the guy.
What kind of a man is he?
Well, he just became a prosecutor recently, but he's good, sir. Real good.
If he's so good, how's it that I've never heard of him? Is he the lead prosecutor on this case?
You bet he is. After all, you know who's right in the middle of it.
You know who?
Phoenix Wright, of course. For some reason, Godot has really got it in for Mr. Wright.
Oh?
Yeah, he seems to have some kind of a grudge.
And what would be the cause of this grudge?
I don't know. Maybe he made fun of his mask or something.
Which is a crime of the highest degree. None of this is making any sense. I'd better look into this Godot myself. I'm sorry, can I just gush again? I'm playing through Edgeworth's perspective. I love it. You're telling me the bridge caught on fire due to a fluke bolt of lightning?
Yep. Last night it snowed for the first time in 3 days. It's a little unusual for lightning to occur during a snowfall like that. But according to the weather data, lightning definitely struck.
A regional weather report for the night of the crime. Weather data. This is a very detailed weather report. How detailed? Eagle Mountain weather data for February 7th. Snow with occasional lightning strikes. Snow 7 to approximately 10:50 p.m. Lightning 10 to approximately 11 p.m. Ah, that's the time period. Okay. Lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45. Around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out. So, he apparently holds some sort of grudge against Wright. Also, cool thing here. Some of these ages are well, actually, no, that makes sense. Never mind. Okay, I thought I was onto something. Almost too detailed. It even has the exact time that the lightning struck the bridge.
Oh, that? Well, we got that information from the witness's testimony.
Someone actually saw the lightning hit the bridge. Who is this witness?
Sorry. I'll go ask one of the local cops later, sir.
It's fine. It's fine. I usually hear about promising young prosecutor candidates while they're still in school, but I've never seen or heard of this person.
I gotta admit, he's puzzling, all right. He just appeared one day, big mug of steaming coffee in his hand.
He sounds like an interesting man. Also sounds oddly familiar.
Yeah, the whole prosecutor's office is real into double espresso macchiatos lately.
I might just order myself some coffee. Now that you mention it.
Love to share.
Okay, nothing about the data. Fair enough. About that. Alright. Thanks, Gumshoe. Alright.
Yo, Angie, what took you so long? I'm so cold, my brain's turned to sherbet.
I knew it was a mistake to race back to this country.
What do you mean?
Wright is going to be fine, and the case itself isn't anything unusual. And I find myself taking a request to defend a woman accused of murder.
Hey, wait a sec, hold it! Objection! What's going on here, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's hard to explain, but one thing led to another, and...
What kind of lame excuse is that? You call yourself a defense attorney?
I'm a prosecutor!
Prosecutor Edgeworth is a prosecutor, and that's why he's Prosecutor Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. Defense attorney just sounds plain old weird, pal. All right, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
I'm not sure what role I'm supposed to be playing anymore. You're the protagonist this time, and we're gonna enjoy it.
Huh, dude, Edgy. I don't see you for a couple of years and your heart turns to sherbet.
I'd say more like sorbet. It is rather cold here.
Iris didn't murder her. Someone else did it. I just know it, okay? So trust me on this one.
Ever the romantic, aren't you, Larry? Nevertheless, I'll do whatever I can to prove her innocence. At least until I pass the baton on to Wright, that is. Alright, let's talk.
Man, I'm telling you, Iris is so cute. You're right, Edgy. You think so too, don't you? What's wrong? Why are you so quiet?
To put it simply, your comment has me highly concerned. Could it be that the reason you think she's innocent...
Oh, come on. A girl that cute can't possibly be a murderer.
You clearly don't know this woman's history. I was right after all. I should never have come back.
No, don't worry. I see things for how they really are this time. Honest.
If I had a penny for every time he said that...
It's just that, well, Iris is a delicate flower. Can't force things too much, know what I mean?
Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about, Larry.
Oh. Forget it. I didn't say anything.
Larry, where were you and what were you doing on the night of the crime? Where were you on January 6th?
What?
Larry?
What? Don't tell me. You think I might have done it?
What?
Get lost! Go back on your charter jet and get out of my sight, you creep! And I hope your plane crashes and you die!
I'll ask just one more time. On the night of the murder, where were you and what were you doing? As I suspected, psycho locks.
I'm sorry, man, know me, just don't remember. My short-term memory's a wreck, dude!
Alright. I have a feeling that she's hiding something.
Could be, after all, she's shy and gets embarrassed pretty easily.
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Why not? Look, I know all about this kind of thing. Come on, Edgy, you were a guy once, lots of girls are like Iris. No, I'm right.
Well, you most certainly seem to have convinced yourself.
Man, I love shy girls like her. It's just so cute. Know what I mean?
Still doesn't listen to others, I see. I guess some people just never change. No, definitely.
I still can't believe it. She was such a great person. But someone's business murder on my sweet little Iris. Edgy, please, I'm counting on you.
Well, frankly, I was hoping you could give me a little more than that.
I got it. I'll draw you a portrait. How about that?
Since you're kind enough to offer, all right. Will he, though? That's the question.
Me? All I have to know is to remember not to call me Larry anymore.
What?
I'm a new person now. I've been reborn as Larice Dunham.
Alright, fine. Let me ask you something else then, Larry.
Call me Larice! Don't, then I'll call you Melise Dunham.
Really?
He's a good guy. Real pal to the end.
He's not dead.
When I look back now, I have nothing but good memories.
Stop telling people I'm dead!
I can still hear his voice.
What are the past tense? He's not dead, you know.
Oh yeah, you're right. Anyway, the guy owes me. After all, I saved his life.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, if I hadn't called for help so quickly, he would have died. It's no surprise, though. He used to be a security guard. He was all instinct, baby.
He has a point. He called me pretty quickly, too. I think Larry's pretty good at motivating people. I just wish he would try motivating himself once in a while. Yeah, I'll be willing to give him that. Let's look inside for a little bit. Gather as much information as I can, and then hit him with the hard-hitting stuff.
Hey, hello there. So, how you feeling?
All right, I suppose. Who's this?
My name is Miles Edgeworth.
My! A handsome boy such as yourself is always welcome. If circumstances were so tragic, I might just...
Please don't call me boy. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I'm looking for a woman in a bikini.
Well, you have found her. Now, what can I do for you?
I'm sorry, but I don't see any bikinis.
If you ask nicely, I might give you a peek, big boy.
Mr. Edgeworth. This is the head nun, Sister Bikini. She's the witness.
Why didn't you tell me that earlier? This is exactly why your salary keeps getting uncut.
No, my stomach is already growling in protest.
So, what's the latest about my beloved Iris?
Well, first, I want to hear what you know.
Different expression?
Oh, right, I forgot to do something. I was gonna Oops. I forgot to look around. I don't see Larry anywhere.
Maybe we scared the poor kid away.
His heart was shut tight with a number of psycho locks. I guess I'll have to look for him now. Not a thorn in my side. Let's look around first. This gate looks quite old. Strong enough to resist the weight of time.
That's the Mr. Edgeworth I know. You got a real flair for words, sir.
I've always appreciated this kind of old, timeless elegance.
That's exactly how I feel, too. Take this coat, for example. Like a fine wine, it gets better with age.
Even fine wine turns to vinegar and begins to stink at some point. I suggest you wash that atrocious rag you call a coat, detective. Okay, let's look at this over here. I suppose this type of thing is necessary up here in the mountains.
Say, this just gave me a great idea.
Something tells me he's going to tell me what's on his mind, whether I like it or not.
I've got an idea for a brand new invention. It might even make me rich.
An invention?
Yeah, a car that can travel on snow. I'll call it a snow car. So what do you think, sir? Would you go for a ride or something like that?
Only after you take the first 1,000 test rides. Fair enough. I can see a small bell tower from here.
Oh, hey, that just reminds me. There's something I've always wondered about.
Something tells me he's going to tell me what's on his mind, whether I like it or not.
We call a person who calls a lie a liar, right?
I ain't calling you a truther.
So why don't we call a person who rings a bell a beller? Or a truer for a guy who tells the truth. Oh man, I'm not gonna get any sleep tonight.
I had no idea he was such a deep thinker. He is the deepest of thinkers. Wait, hold on. That must be the main hall back there.
Did those assholes just leave me in here? They just introduced themselves and then they just fucking left. What the fuck?
The brilliant deduction, sir.
Are you trying to flatter me, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, listen, I literally just missed you, okay? I've been lonely. A brilliant use of suspense to build attention, sir.
According to Wright, the head nun has some important information. I can't miss the opportunity to speak with her. Right. Let's do that.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You just left me here!
That thing shall cast a strong presence over the whole room.
This is the lesser Magatama. It is a precious heirloom containing a great many souls.
Huh? This is lesser? What's the greater one like?
The greater Magatama is displayed on the main room of Fey Manor. It was supposed to be shown the treasures of Crane exhibit, but it was so large they couldn't bring it through the doors.
Damn. There's a flowing script written everywhere on the walls.
Man, I bet you'd have awful nightmares if you tried to sleep in here.
Well, this is our main hall, actually, so it's protected by a variety of magical spells and charms. They're all designed to prevent evil forces from entering.
So, if I slept here, the Oogie Woogie Boogeyman wouldn't hunt me down for eternity. Alright.
Does this guy think about anything other than eating and sleeping? No. Not really. It's an altar with a giant Magatama enshrined on it.
There are lots of candles lined up on it, too. You know, I haven't had a birthday party for myself in a while.
Maybe you should blow out those candles over there to make up for that.
Mr. Edgeworth, would you mind singing happy birthday to me?
All right.
Stop that! Cut that out! Please don't blow out the altar candles!
I swear, if this is what I look forward to whenever I get to the Miles Edgeworth game, if this is gonna be like a small taste of what I'm gonna be getting, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, it's a warmed cat box. But where are all the cats?
It's called a hibachi. It's for heating the room.
Oh, look at all these ancient straw frisbees.
Those are a type of zabuton cushions called enza.
Why are you giving me such a hard time, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Why?
Because learning something new might actually be a good thing for you, detective. Oh, whoa, hold up. There are more enza cushions in the corner of the room. What's that white piece of paper sticking out from under that stack?
Beats me.
Would you mind checking that for me, Detective Gumshoe?
Yes, sir. Here you are, Mr. Edgeworth.
What the hell's that? Looks like an old manila envelope.
Ah!
What is it, Detective?
This could be it. An ultra-important clue. A super special clue.
I suppose I should read it myself, then.
Looks like it's a letter addressed to Sister Iris. Tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall. Unless you want your secret to be exposed.
This sounds like a blackmail letter. Huh. Awfully familiar. The second time that her identity was threatened to be exposed. Found the mayhole, maybe she dropped it.
Nice going there, Mr. Edgeworth. Why can't I ever find clues like that? You're an ultra-important prosecutor. A super-duper prosecutor.
Well, I suppose it takes a super-duper kind of dumb to miss a clue like this. Salutation here. To Iris of Hazakura Temple. There is something I must talk to you about. I'll be waiting for you tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall. Make sure you come unless you want your secret to be exposed. Interesting. Very interesting. First, I'd like to ask you about last night.
Well, last night, we had an acolyte here for training. After dinner, the two of us went to the training hall in the inner temple.
She must be talking about Maya. Approximately what time was that?
I suppose it was about 9 when we left here. Training lasts all night long. It's extremely exhausting. The channeling dojo's head nun must be in attendance at all times to keep watch.
Wow, you're right. That does sound exhausting.
Detective, this is no time for flattery.
Sorry.
Sometime around 11, you witnessed the incident in the courtyard. But your duty was in the inner temple. Why did you come back here?
The way you're staring at me, I'm starting to get goosebumps.
You're dodging the question. Starting to get goosebumps myself, but for a decidedly different reason.
Oh, you get the chills pretty easy, don't you, Mr. Edward?
Alright then, I'd like you to tell me exactly what you saw in the courtyard.
That must have been past 11. Oh, no, I can't say it. It's too much for my poor heart.
Hey, calm down, lady. Let go of my time. You're gonna choke me.
I saw 2 people. One of them was lying on the ground.
Oh.
The other was stabbing her from the back with a sword.
Did you see this criminal with your own eyes?
I didn't want to believe what I was seeing, but it was Iris.
You must have been quite shocked.
Well, of course you was. Try putting yourself in her shoes. It'd be like if you were stabbing Mr. Wright smack in the middle of a courtroom. And I happened to witness it from the witness stand. I'd be pretty shocked, too.
That was oddly specific. Who is this Mr. Wright again? I know it sounds insane, but that's what I saw. And when I finally realized what I was seeing, I screamed. And then I passed out.
Unfortunately for us, her testimony seems to be pretty solid.
However, the idea of Iris doing such a foul act seems unnatural.
Unnatural.
The girl I know simply isn't capable of this sort of foulness.
I wonder what she means by that. As the head nun, it's your duty to stay with the acolyte at all times, correct?
Well, yes, that's correct. I know I may look strong, but the truth is, I've got a bad lower back.
A bad lower back.
Yes, it's especially bad in the winter. So bad that I can't even lift a bucket. And do you remember how cold it was last night? My bad back felt as stiff as frozen glass. I just wanted to take a nice hot bath to ease my aching back. That's why I returned to the main hall.
So you left the disciple all alone?
Don't be ridiculous. I would never do that. That's why I ordered Iris into the inner temple after she had rung the bell for lights out.
Yes, but she never went to the inner temple, did she? So did this head nun actually see Iris there? I think I'd better try to get some more details. So, who is this acolyte that was to train at the inner temple?
Her name is Maya Fey. I treated her very badly, I'm ashamed to say. And after she went through the trouble of signing up for the special course.
Wait, special course?
It's a training session where you sit on a block of spirit ice and chant 30,000 times.
You don't mean to tell me that she's still doing that over at the inner temple, do you?
No, of course not. You don't have to worry about that one little bit. Last night, we still hadn't started the training session itself.
Well, that's good to hear.
Oh, dear, there's one thing I forgot to tell you.
Oh, I don't think I like the sound of this.
Do you know that small girl? I believe she is Mystic Maya's little sister.
Maya has a little sister?
Oh, you mean Little Pearl? That's my Faye's cousin.
Little Pearl.
I thought she was going to visit Mystic Elise after we'd finished with the dinner cleanup. But I haven't seen her at all since late last night. She's nowhere to be found.
Where is she? You mean she was with the victim?
It's all the fault of my stupid, creaky old back.
The little girl who was with the victim on the night of the murder. Is gone?
As they say, the plot thickens.
Where the fuck is she?
It's all my fault. Me and my stupid back. Mr. Khalees has been murdered, an important acolyte is trapped. And the little girl has been lost.
You know, you really shouldn't be so negative. It creates bad karma.
Quite right. I need some more training myself, I think.
Oh wait, that's not what I meant. I meant to go to, that's my bad. I meant to go to...
She's a very important visitor, you know. An honored acolyte.
Honored? How so?
The Fey name is synonymous with the Crane channeling technique. Therefore, she must be a spirit medium of great power indeed.
Well, now that you mention it, 1 year ago, there was a case that was about the master of the Korane channeling technique.
Detective? I detest talk of supernatural drivel. I suppose now you'll say she has midichlorians?
Wait, that is so oddly specific, but no. So it gives you the creeps, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
That's got nothing to do with it.
Oh, this poor girl, where could she have gone?
Well, we checked out her home and she's not there.
And she's nowhere in the vicinity of the temple either.
Which means there's only a few other possibilities as to where she could be.
You think maybe she fell off the bridge and was carried downstream?
Gumshoe! Why do you have to be such a pessimist, detective?
I was just trying to think like you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Ironic. I became a pessimist only after I had the pleasure of working with you. Oh boy. You said you went with Maya to the training hall in the inner temple last night. Did you happen to see Iris while you were there?
Of course I saw her. I told her to meet us after ringing the bell, the 10 o'clock bell for lights out.
So you're saying Iris came to the inner temple then?
Well, of course she did. Iris has always been a good, obedient girl. Well, after that, I had Iris help Mystic Maya begin her training.
But that doesn't fit with Iris' story at all. Yeah. She said that she never went to the inner temple. So somebody's lying.
As they say, the plot thickens.
Oh! How could such a terrible thing have happened? It's all my fault.
Well, come on, lady. I don't think you need to take all the blame yourself.
Quiet! What do you know anyway?
Ouch, you're scary.
With that stupid 5 o'clock shadow and that stupid old goat of yours. It's too bad that you weren't the one that disappeared.
Why does she have to take it all out on me?
Her anger does seem a little manufactured. Well, you could say that.
This is Mr. Khalees' apprentice, is it not? I think he might have a bit of a crush on me. Sweet boy, at any rate.
What? Huh?
Though I don't blame him. Sister Bikini understands the temptations of young men.
Sure.
But I'm afraid it wouldn't be proper to abuse my position. I am head nun, after all. But in return, I did allow him to draw a portrait of me.
I pray it was a pose that maintained your modesty for everyone's sake.
This man, his face betrays a life of suffering and great weariness of the world.
Sure.
But, even so, I can't believe this guy actually jumped into the river. Think of all the fun things he might have enjoyed if he had just lived. Relentless spiritual training alone is no way to lead a complete life, huh?
He's not dead. I'm not dead! It sounds like she's got some major regrets she's dealing with. Perhaps I should let Gumshoe explain Wright's situation to her for me.
Hey, don't look at me like that. Do your own dirty work, sir.
Fine.
I'm about this here.
Let me see. Well, as you may know, in order to see reality for what it really is, we strive to break our attachments to much of the transit material realm. I guess you could call me an immaterial girl.
Well, I guess she lives in an immaterial world, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
That's one of the fake clan's very own Magatamas! That's a priceless treasure you've got there.
Whoa! I'm impressed, sir. Never fail to surprise me.
Yes, you don't look it, but now I can see you're a real fan of the occult.
Excuse me?
Oh, of course this piece couldn't possibly be real, but to have such a nice replica. Clearly, you are a big fan of the Korean tradition.
Wow, I'm impressed, sir. You never fail to surprise me.
I should have known better than to show this thing around. As a little bit.
Well, look what you found. That's the master of the Korean channeling technique, Mystic Misty Faye.
Faye.
Oh, it's been nearly 20 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Apparently, she intended to pass on the master title to her daughter.
Who is this daughter?
Well, I myself am part of the branch family of the Faye clan. But even I am not privy to information concerning the main family. Well, that's a demon warding hood. Acolytes are highly susceptible to possession by evil spirits, you know. That's why we always wear these for protection.
Oh, I see.
What are you waiting for? You won't get any protection by holding it, you know. Put it on already!
No, I can't. I was just...
Put it on!
It looks like it was made just for you, Mr. Edgeworth.
What do you mean by that, detective?
It looks absolutely marvelous. You just got to keep it on for a while.
Is this some sort of divine retribution? You never know. Okay, so that's just the map. Okay. About this picture.
Well, look at that. I look pretty S to the X-y, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Up until recently, we've avoided exposure in such magazines. But this time we had our reasons.
Is that so? For example...
Well, widen I the world the sight of such a lovely face?
Right.
Oh, how could such a terrible thing have happened? It's...
Oh wait, is it gonna be the same thing? Yep, same thing. Fair enough. Do you know anything about this old, crumpled up letter?
Is that addressed to Iris?
Yep, clearly says to Iris on it.
I can't believe it. That girl doesn't have any secrets from me.
Huh. So Sister Bikini didn't know anything about it. Okay. Okay. In that case, I think it's safe for us to... Alright, let's go. To the crime scene.
And this is where the murder took place, sir. Other than removing the body, we left everything else untouched.
Thanks, Detective. I'll just have a look around. Looks like the police are still investigating.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I thought I'd better ask, just to be sure. Are you really gonna defend that nun, Iris, at the trial tomorrow?
Yes, I will. I gave her my word, and now I must follow through with my commitment.
Well, in that case, I've got to be careful. Gotta make sure I don't leak the prosecution's whole investigation.
Don't worry about it, Detective. Just keep your mouth closed, and I think most of it will flow out on its own.
You got it, sir. I'll make sure it flows out like water from a tap.
Yes, you do that, Detective. Just how much has your runny spout leaked over the years? quite a lot, I imagine. Quite a lot we've experienced, you could say. The main gate must be just over that stone wall.
Ah, stone walls. I jumped over a few of those in my time. Most of them are good memories, but not all.
Detective, perhaps someone should introduce you to the concept of paucity of words. Or is it pusity? It's paucity.
Ah, I just love skiing.
Really? You don't, seem like the type. Well, what about sleds?
Sleds? Nah, they're a little too kiddie, you know? Messes with my hard-boiled image. What's with the silence, Mr. Edgeworth?
Is the world starting to go mad? He's been away for so long, nothing makes any sense anymore. The main hall of Hazakura Temple is above us here.
Hey, you're right. But I'm pretty sure the main hall didn't have a second floor.
Hazakura Temple was built on a steep part of the mountain. The front and back of the main hall are on different levels.
Oh, that makes sense. But wouldn't it be easier to just build the place slanted, sir?
I fail to see how he can consider that to be an even remotely good idea. But I don't know, it might be, you know, I'm gonna start thinking like gumshoe, that's not a good thing. It's a lantern. I suppose they light it at night.
There's something elegant about the light of a fire. At the end of each month, I always like to relax in my room by candlelight.
Detective, cannot afford to pay your electricity bill.
How did you know?
Because we know how much they keep cutting your salary. Which makes me sad. What's this? It looks like a wizard's staff, and it's missing an amethyst.
That belonged to the victim, Miss Elise Dunedin. There's nothing strange or magical about it. Oh, yeah, listen, this is between us, okay, sir?
Yes? What?
This is top secret stuff. Don't tell anyone about this.
Alright.
The truth is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a wizard.
Well, congratulations. You're a character in a game being played by a sorcerer, so it's close enough. That's it? That's what you wanted to tell me?
Well, that's it.
This staff was made from a very strong kind of wood. What about fingerprints? Were there any on it?
Just the victims.
And only her fingerprints were on it. But there's clearly something missing. Because we have a photo that says otherwise. The jewel that's on it, the amethyst, is missing. That's gotta be important. Is there anything else around? Oh. No, I guess not. Alright. So the sword in this gold statue is actually the murder weapon.
Oh, it sure is. It's called a shikishido, by the way. Nasty piece of work, sir.
There's still blood on it. I suppose this is the victim's blood?
Yep, it's all over the blade. And speaking of all over the blade, there are fingerprints all over the hilt of the shikishido suit, too.
Fingerprints.
Naturally, they match the prints we got from the younger nun, the defendant.
Her fingerprint on the murder weapon?
What's wrong? You're looking really solemn.
Is this how it is for Wright? Is this what it's like to be a defense attorney? Yeah. It's not an easy job, Edgeworth. But then again, being a prosecutor is no walk in the park either. But now you're seeing things through his perspective. You understand the shit he had to go through to win most of his cases.
Yeah, I figured it doesn't feel really good.
To be honest, it feels more like it's detrimental to your health. Yeah, you could say that. Has the victim's blood and the suspect's fingerprint on it. Alright.
The victim is the famous picture book author, Miss Elise Dunham. Her entire past up until she won that writing award last year is a total mystery.
It's hard to believe in this day and age you can still find people like that.
Well, let's see. The estimated time of death of the victim was between 10 and 11 p.m. on February 7th. Cause of death was blood loss resulting from a stab to the back by the murder weapon.
The murder weapon.
The victim was found skewered with a giant sword, sir.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but there's one strange thing.
Yes?
The victim's entire body was covered with bruises. The bruises are consistent with falling from the height of a 2-story building.
A 2-story building? That would be about the same height as that room in front of us, correct? Hey! Yeah, you're right. Do you think she fell on the sword? We never got a chance to look at the statue before, all of this happened.
Hey, you're right. Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth. That just happens to be the room that Elise Dunham was staying in.
Maybe she was pushed out of the window after she was stabbed by the sword. Cause: loss of blood from stab in the back. Body fell 10 feet after death. Huh. But her body was also covered in bruises. Yeah, the body fell 10 feet after death. So she was dead, but then she was seemingly... the funny thing is... Actually, no, it's not funny at all. The dark thing is, something that I learned watching a lot of, okay, I won't lie. I watch Explore With Us, JCS, stuff like that on YouTube and all that stuff. I'll admit that. I binge that stuff a lot. One thing I've learned is that bruises look different depending on whether you're alive or dead whenever you receive them. So, I'm wondering. I don't know. It says that the body fell 10 feet after death, which would mean that's how she got the bruises. So, that's probably how they were able to tell that the bruises were after death. Maybe. Now then, Detective. Let's see if we can summarize what we've learned so far.
Okay! Let's take a look at the map. According to the testimony of Sister Bikini, the head nun, right after they'd finished dinner, she and Mai Fei headed to the inner temple.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just kind of moving my fingers around to kind of show you how I do this.
Fair enough.
At 10 p.m., after ringing the bell for lights out, Iris went to the inner temple. When she got there, Bikini had her take over while she went back to Hazakura Temple. After taking a hot bath to soothe her back, Sister Bikini witnessed the murder in the courtyard. Well, if you want more details, you should ask Bikini herself in the main hall.
The inner temple, huh? I'd like some more information about that place. The trial begins tomorrow, but who's the prosecutor?
I'm pretty sure it's that Godot guy, but nobody can get a hold of him, so they're looking for a replacement.
What do you mean?
It's really weird. Like, all of a sudden, no one can reach him. I wonder if the rumors are true. Maybe since Mr. Wright caught a cold and won't be defending, he just lost interest.
I intend to appear in court in the role of defense attorney. However, I would be quite unhappy if it came out that I'm actually a prosecutor.
Yeah, I can see why, but I'm not the one you have to worry about. I think the real problem is gonna be that judge.
Yes, he certainly would remember my face, even at such a long absence. That's why I requested that another judge preside over the trial tomorrow. We've only met each other once. There's a good chance he won't remember me at all. Ah, you're going to bring in the Canadian?
Yeah, but what about the prosecutor? Everyone in the prosecutor's office must know you. Wouldn't it be a problem if someone there made a big stink, sir?
There's no need to worry. I pulled a few strings and arranged for a prosecutor of my own choosing.
Wow, Mr. Edgeworth. I had no idea you had such a powerful string to pull.
Wait,
Is it Franziska?
maybe we're bringing in Franziska von Karma.
Yeah, then I get to do my Frieza voice.
What is this inner temple that Maya was supposedly training at?
Well, according to Bikini, it's an old building they use for training the acolytes. It's on the other side of Dusky Bridge.
The bridge that burned down, huh? Is there anything else on the other side of that bridge besides the inner temple?
Nope, nothing.
Nothing.
The other side is surrounded by cliffs on all sides. In a way, it's kind of like a little island out there.
So the only thing there is the inner temple.
I hear it's not the kind of place a person could survive in.
Please be alright, Maya. Yeah, please be alright. That's all we're asking here. Okay, we can go back to the main hall.
This sword represents the multiple branches that life can take, all ending as one.
Never heard that one.
You know what I think about sometimes? What kind of life would I have had if I hadn't joined the homicide division?
So you think about that kind of thing too, huh?
Well, I mean, of course I do. I think about it a lot. Me as a traffic cop, me as a detention officer, me as the Blue Badger.
Guess he doesn't have any plans to leave the force. He wants to help. He wants to help, so it makes sense.
Oh, so I think I might have already told you about this, but the truth is when I was...
You wanted to become a wizard, right?
Oh, that's amazing. How'd you know that? So, what do you think? I'd make a really great one, don't you think?
Well, I can bring you under my tutelage, Gumshoe, and we can teach you the ways of the cliff. We just had this conversation a little while ago, Detective.
Can you guys tell I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Alright, let's go see if we can go talk to Sister Bikini here. Okay, okay, nothing about the autopsy. Makes sense. Nothing about the sword. Makes sense. Really? Nothing about the staff? I figured she would know something. Okay, so I put Maya to the training hall in the inner temple. Did you happen to see Iris while you were there? Of course I saw her. I told her to meet us after ringing the bell at 10 o'clock.
So you're saying Iris came to the inner temple then?
Well, of course she did. Iris has always been a good, obedient girl. I had Iris help Mystic Maya begin her training.
But that doesn't fit with Iris' story at all. Okay, so it's saying the exact same thing. That's what I was afraid of. Oh, God, I'm an idiot. I was going to the main gate thinking I had to leave there. I have to leave through the suspension bridge. Okay, that's my misunderstanding. I kind of screwed up there.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I came back because I need to ask you a few more questions if you don't mind.
But I've already told you everything that
Iris, please remember, I'm on your side. You can tell me anything.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, new dialogue. I just finished speaking with the head nun of Hazakura Temple. She testified very clearly as to what happened. She said she saw you stab Miss Elise How do you pronounce that name?
Honestly, I don't know. I just keep hearing it pronounced in different ways. It's kind of a headache, if I can be perfectly honest.
She said she saw you stab Miss Elise with a sword. And one other thing. She said that when Maya Fey began her training at the Inner Temple, you were there as well.
What?
When I spoke with you last, you claimed that you never went to the Inner Temple. And yet Sister Bikini says she met with you at the inner temple that very night.
But I didn't go there. I didn't go to the inner temple last night.
It looks like she's unwilling to tell me the whole truth. I wonder if I'll find the answers I'm looking for if I break those psycho locks. Yes, it's time for you to use that power. I think I got what I need, kind of. Let's just see. Oh, right. Here! Yes! Take that! Oh, this feels so... I'm sorry. Freaking him using the oh! It feels so good! Sorry, I'm just... Okay. Since I've been handed this case, it is my duty to dig up all the answers. Understand?
Yes, sir.
The smallest flame can sometimes bathe a case in a whole new light. In my years in court, I've seen it happen over and over again. That's why I'm committed to searching until I have those answers. Now then, is it really true that you didn't go to the inner temple last night?
Yes, I swear. I already told you that.
Yes, you said you didn't go because you were frightened.
That's right.
If that's the case, then the obvious question is, what were you so afraid of? I've already got an idea. Iris, I wonder, is this what frightened you so much that you couldn't even leave your own room? Yeah, the note.
Take that! Take that!
I found this in the main hall. It is addressed to you.
That's...
Well, Iris?
What? Why are you glaring at me like that?
You were scared of the blackmailer who wrote this to you, isn't that correct? Was it the evidence or the power of my glare that broke that lock? Oh well, I don't suppose it matters either way.
But, Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes?
I thought that letter was just someone playing a prank on me.
A prank?
Well, yes. After all, even if I did have a secret, there's no one to tell it that would cause me any grief.
Phoenix. I wonder about that.
Sister Bikini is like a mother to me. I would never hide anything from her.
No, you may not have anything to hide under normal circumstances. However, last night was different. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact nature of your secret yet. However, whatever it is, there is one person you didn't want your secret told to. Phoenix Wright.
Take that!
Phoenix Wright. You mean something to Wright, it seems. And I can tell he holds a special place in your heart as well. That's why you didn't want him, of all people, to know your deep, dark secret. Well, what do you have to say?
I should have expected as much. Especially from a friend of his.
So, how does it feel, Edgeworth, to be having the power to break a lock?
After dinner, this letter was waiting for me in my room. As I said, I was frightened by it.
What is this heavenly hall the letter mentions?
It's a small mountain shack at the base of Dusky Bridge.
A small shack, huh?
It's more like a broken down shack that no one would ever want to go near.
Where is it on this map? Okay, it's right.
It's right around here. To get there, you must follow a small path down from Dusky Bridge. The reality is, to get to the inner temple, I had no choice but to cross that bridge. But the thought that such a terrible criminal could be lurking at Heavenly Hall... I was scared by the whole affair that I didn't even want to think about it.
So this is the secret that you locked away in your heart.
Yes.
It looks as though I may have to visit this heavenly hall now. Maybe I'll find some sign of our mystery blackmailer. In any case, you still claim to have never left your room last night.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Rang lights out bell at 10 p.m. and was then in her room until the murder was discovered. The trial starts tomorrow. I promise you I will win. I'm going to win so that you and Phoenix Wright can see each other again. But, when I do, you must promise me that you will tell him your secret.
But it's pointless.
Why would you say that?
Because I may know who Phoenix Wright is. But he has no idea who I am.
We'll see about that. I think he really does know who you are, but... well, we'll see. Let's go to Heavenly Hall. And now we can go there.
Larry! Whoa, not much of a view down here, huh? Well, it's still better than the view from my apartment, though.
Someone's here. Hide yourself, detective.
Oh, why does this always happen? Whenever I find a girl I like, they always run away. I even chased one of them to Japan. Next it's going to be prison, I guess. I'll steal that detective's wallet. That'll get me locked up for sure. Nah, can't do that to someone that looks like he's down on his luck. Hey! Oh, he's just talking to himself. Shh! Be quiet and listen. I knew it. I should have done that. I blew it again.
Done that? What did he do, I wonder?
Hey, you! About what you just said. I got an objection. What the? Angie, you dirty rat!
Come shoo, you oaf!
I'm sorry, sir. Before I knew it, I was shouting out objection. Holy shit, is this what it feels like to be a main character? And in a loud, commanding voice, too. I even pointed with my pointer finger. Oh, God. Edgeworth, I'm scared. I'm not used to this.
You've watched too many trials.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Larry, the jig is up. What have you got to say for yourself?
Holy fuck, man.
The straw roof is totally covered with freshly fallen powdery snow.
Wow, makes a nice image, doesn't it? I always did like the rustic look.
Heavenly Hall. I suppose in its appropriate name in some sense.
Got that right. Look at that bridge up there. This place has to be heaven. Because that thing is hell.
You would do well to remember, Larry, that this is a sacred place to some people.
Yeah. Wouldn't this be kind of sacrilegious?
These go all the way to Dusky Bridge. It's a pretty long but easy walk.
I fell down 4 times on my way down here, sir. Oh, sorry about that, detective. I ate 4 bananas and tossed their peels on the stairs on my way down here. You dick! What? So that's what I was slipping on? I'll kick your ass! Be careful on the way back, those deadly banana peels are still out there. Oh, that's a real important piece of information right there, Mr. Edgeworth.
No, it's not. Believe me, it's not. What is this festive-looking ornament?
It reminds me of art class in grade school, dude. We used to have a lot of fun decorating the classroom with origami, remember?
Well,
Oh yeah! You were never any good at it! Wait, really? Oh yeah, this guy was so bad he couldn't even fold $1, let alone a crane. Everyone tried to comfort him, but he would just sit there sobbing.
Really? I never would have expected. Be quiet already! I'll never forget the shame of that day. You want a crane? I can now make a perfect quarter-inch crane without a single flaw.
You know, Edgy, nothing for nothing, but a quarter-inch crane without a single flaw is not easy.
Well, yeah, that's quite a feat, Prosecutor Edgeworth. This is exactly why I hate childhood friends.
Oh my god.
This is good. This is good.
This is the Eagle River, sir. It runs pretty fast, so it doesn't ice over, even in the winter.
If it had iced over, Wright would have been in some serious trouble.
Oh, you're right about that. He would have landed on the ice, slid downstream to who knows where.
Not exactly what I meant, but all right.
Oh my god. I fucking love this. I love this way too much.
That's a horrible graffiti problem you got there, pal. You don't know anything, detective. This is art.
Wait, you actually drew that? You, oh. You're, okay.
It's an expression of my bittersweet love for Iris.
Larry, do you know what the difference between graffiti and true art is?
It's how the artist himself defines it, right?
I should have seen that one coming.
Well, if that's the case, then all of my lunchboxes are masterpieces too, pal.
These actually look surprisingly good. Like, I'm not even being, like, lying. I'm just... How the fuck? I did not know you had artistic talent. It's a little far, but I have a pretty clear view of Dusky Bridge from here.
Ah, I still can't believe it, really.
What is it, Larry?
Huh? Oh, dude, nothing, it's nothing. Sounds pretty suspicious to me.
Something about that statement smells, and you know what they say? You know what they say, Edgeworth. You know what they say. Okay, what is this little shack anyway?
Well, I just discovered it myself just yesterday.
And why were you down here in the first place?
Come on, I'm an artist. I was looking for a good place to sketch. This is a great little place. It's, artistic. It's quiet, it's cold, it's got no power, and it looks like it's about to collapse.
Sounds a lot like my apartment there, pal. One thing's for sure, no one is likely to show up and disturb you here.
So, can I get you something to drink? Some hot water, maybe?
He is getting all buddy-buddy on us, sir. Yeah, he seems to have that effect on people.
Listen to me, Edgy. You gotta do this. Gotta save Iris.
Why are you so sure she's innocent? Because she's cute?
Watch your mouth! Well, anyway, I made up my mind about it. I'm going to marry that girl.
Mr. Edgeworth is pretending he didn't hear you, so I'm gonna ask for him. Have you already asked this girl to marry you?
No, not yet, but I can tell how she feels by the look in her eyes. She's got this, I really want this man to carry me over the threshold look. I'm sure Nick would be surprised. He'd never imagined that I could marry such a beautiful girl like that.
Something tells me he would be shocked indeed. Though not for the reason that you think.
That's why I didn't want her to do anything dangerous. I mean, what am I gonna do if she gets hurt?
What is this guy trying to say? He lost me about a mile back. If we really want to know the answer to that, we're going to have to drag him onto the witness stand. Oh, yeah. Come to think of it, you still haven't answered my question. Where were you and what were you doing last night?
Aw, man, don't you have anything else to talk about? That kind of attitude, you'll never be a ladies' man like me.
You can
call yourself that however many times you want. That's not the case.
Okay, chill out with the freak scary eyes, I got it. Really want to know last night? I saw something incredible.
Something incredible?
Yeah, but let's not talk about that now. Let's talk about the good old days, what do you say? Come on, I'll pour you a nice cup of hot water.
Why doesn't he realize that I absolutely despise talking about the good old days, especially with him?
Alright, I don't know if we've got everything, but here, I'm gonna... Well, I think we've got what we need. Let's go!
Take that! Alright, now you're going to tell me what you really saw last night.
Whoa, you're really upset, aren't you, Edgy? Okay, I'll talk.
Huh? That was a bit too easy.
Yeah, anyway, it was awesome. Never seen anything like it. At around 10 o'clock last night, it started thundering. I'd been sleeping, not sure for how long. Suddenly, ding! Whoa, in front of me went wild. Like I'd just been slapped in the face by my old girlfriend, Naomi.
And then?
And then it was on fire. The bridge is on fire.
Dusky Bridge caught on fire. Are you saying you saw it with your own eyes?
Hey, why give me the evil eye? I'm telling the truth.
There are still 3 psycho locks remaining. That means he's still trying to hide something. By the way, Larry, where were you when you saw that happened?
Where is it? What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? Just answer the question.
I was in my own room by the main hall. Where else would I be?
As usual, you're just as transparent as an empty jelly jar. The problem, I suspect, lies there.
What do you mean there?
It's impossible for you to have seen the lightning strike Dusky Bridge from your room.
Oh, he said he was at the main hall. He just lied.
Take that!
This is the map of the area. Take a look around the vicinity of Hazakura Temple.
Yeah, he just straight up lied to me.
What am I looking for?
I think that should be fairly obvious. The main hall is surrounded by trees, and it's impossible to see the bridge from here.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
Well, how about it?
How about what?
Do you feel like talking now?
About what?
Looks like it won't be that easy after all. Leave me no choice. I'll have to move on to the next step. You weren't in your room at the temple, so then, where were you?
You don't know that I wasn't in my room.
So where was Larry, and why was he there? If I've read the situation up to this point correctly, the answer is fairly obvious. Very well then, let's test my theory. The place you witnessed lightning strike Dusky Bridge from was here. Heavenly Hall. It's the only place you could have seen it.
Take that!
It's the only place you could have seen it. The place you saw the lightning strike from was naturally Heavenly Hall.
Why would I be hanging around in this old shack? It's freezing cold, there's no electricity, and it could fall apart any minute.
Larry, how do you know that anyway? How do you know there's no electricity? After all, it's not that dark yet.
Uh-oh.
In other words, you just provided evidence to prove my theory. My theory that you've at least once in your life visited Heavenly Hall after sunset.
I have to admit, I'm impressed, Edgy. You're in a totally different league from Nick.
That's nice. Now tell me. I'm not gonna deny it. I know he's correct. I'm not gonna deny it. I'm gonna accept that total fact. What were you doing at this cold little shack last night?
That's That's what you might call a fair decor.
I think you mean affaire de cour, not affaire de cour. Could it be that you were waiting for someone?
Don't know! You really are one scary guy, you know?
I believe that last night you were waiting for this person to come meet you. Iris? Maybe?
That would be the only reason.
There's only one person you'd wait for in a horrible place like this, Larry.
I told you before, don't call me Larry.
The person you were waiting for was Iris.
Oh, suddenly I feel cold all over it, Agent.
No doubt because of my chilly glare.
So you think I got the hots for Sister Iris, huh? Did you have some kind of evidence? Got something that proves I was waiting for her, or are you just guessing?
This is where I draw the line and end this ridiculous little game. Here's the evidence that proves you're waiting for Iris.
Does the note have anything to do with that?
Maybe?
Take that! Oh! Here's your evidence. You called her to this spot with a pathetic blackmail letter.
Oh, hey! Give that back! You're embarrassing me! What are you doing with that? You wrote this?
That's not important. I misjudged you, Larry.
What do you mean?
Taking advantage of a woman's frailty like that. You should be ashamed of yourself. First of all, what's this at the top of the letter? It says, salutation here.
Well, that's what it said in that book, Letter Writing for Dummies.
You're not supposed to actually write that, you idiot. That's where you're supposed to write, Dear Iris!
What? I'm so sorry!
Larry, for God's sake, man.
So you were here in Heavenly Hall last night, weren't you, Larry? And you saw the lightning hit Dusky Bridge, didn't you?
Sorry, Agent. Sorry doesn't cut it, you scumbag! Threatening a young lady like that! Wait, hold up. What now, pal? What are you talking about? What threatening stuff? I'll tell you what. You tried to scare Iris by threatening to expose her secret, pal. What do you mean threaten? When did I threaten her? Unless you want your secret to be exposed. That sure sounds like a threat to me, pal. Blackmail, in fact. Give me a break, it's a love letter. Haven't you ever been in love?
Listen, that is not how you write a love confession. What? What did you just say?
My love for her burned so hotly it can melt all the snow on this mountain.
Then what is the secret you mentioned?
Oh, come on, Edgy. Don't you get it? I'm talking about the secret love between her and me.
I'm going to strangle you.
Obviously, she wouldn't want old lady Bikini to know anything about her, right? About our hot and sour, bittersweet love affair.
All right, then why'd you send a love letter in a business-like manila envelope?
Oh, give me a break. It's not my fault I didn't have any other envelopes. Yeesh. Then why were you so quick to apologize, pal? It's because Edgy gave me that scary look of his.
Gumshoe, please, just call for my plane. I need to get out of here.
What's wrong, Edgy? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden?
That's it? That's what all those huge locks were about? I don't understand why you were so defensive.
Well, I don't either. Guess the thing is, you shouldn't expect too much from a guy like me. Hey, come on, don't let it get you down. But But Mr. Edgeworth, this guy is still hiding something, I know it!
What do you mean, Detective?
Don't forget what this guy just said a minute ago. If you really want to know, last night, I saw something incredible.
He's right. Larry!
What? You're looking at me like a hungry dog that just found a bone.
What was this something incredible you saw last night? Was it a lightning bolt? You're going to tell me, Larry, one way or another.
I already told you, didn't I? I saw lightning strike Dusky Bridge.
Yes, and I believe it was the incredible sight you saw. But now that I think about it, something doesn't quite ring true.
What doesn't?
If that's all there is to your story, your heart wouldn't have had all those locks. Therefore, Larry, I do believe you saw something last night. Something more incredible than lightning.
Wait, how? Hey, what do you think you're doing? If you hide anything from Mr. Edgeworth, I'll arrest you on the spot, pal.
Oh!
What's wrong, sir?
Does this mean I have to do it all over again?
Why are you glaring at me like I'm next to be hit by a bolt of lightning?
I've just about had it with this Harlequin. If I really want to drag the truth out of him, I'll just have to drag him to the witness stand. Then let's do it. I don't know how fucking long I've been going at it now, but holy... Larry was almost about to make me pull my fucking hair out. I felt like I'd really turned into Edgeworth. God damn. Okay, positive. I got to play through Edgeworth's perspective, and he was the one doing investigating. That was amazing. That was awesome. But now more than anything, I'm incredibly conflicted right now. Some parts of this don't make sense, and I don't know what to think. But I'll leave it there. So, if you all like this, be sure to let me know. I'm sincerely wishing for Maya's safety. I'm hoping Pearl's okay too. Damn it, this is just bad all around. I'll see you all in the next video. Fuck, I'm tired.